Hello and welcome to our channel NutureMite, where we provide informative videos regarding health and lifestyle. Please like, share and subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon for important notification and videos.
Body type diet. The shape of your body can help inform the right diet for you, say proponents of the body type diet. Without judgment, look into the mirror. What do you see? Do you see long, lanky limbs, wide hips, and a bit of belly? A sporty, muscular body? Knowing where you fit in or if a single body type doesn't describe you could help determine the best diet and exercise plan for you. Some healthcare professionals argue about this. This is what's called the body type diet. What is eating for your body type? Proponents of this plan say your body type can give you clues about your metabolism and hormones, and thus how well you process carbohydrates and how much protein you need. There is some research to suggest that each body type does share certain characteristics in terms of weight, fat, and muscle, but there is less data to support the dietary and exercise recommendations, so don't expect this to be magic bullet. How does the body type diet work? If you have been eating well and exercising, you may not be getting the results you are looking for. Many people are exercising for the first time ever and eating cleaner than ever, but they are still doing the wrong thing for their body. The idea that everyone has a body type comes from William Herbert Sheldon, MD, PhD, the late psychologist who developed what are called somatotypes in the 1940s. He was trying to explain personality types based on one's physiological structure, says Catullus. Problem is, linking personality traits with body type gets problematic and drowns in bias and stigma quickly. He stumbled upon something great with body types, but the personality stuff is a disconnect. When it comes to your body, Catullus says there are common elements among body types that suggest how much muscle or fat you tend to have, as well as how fast or slow your metabolism may be, and thus how easy or difficult it may be for you to lose weight. Yet, there isn't a ton of research on how a person's somatotype might better inform their diet and exercise habits. There is, however, a little on body composition differences. One small, past study in the American Journal of Human Biology looked at 63 men ages 18 to 40. They found that those whose bodies were long and lean indeed had less body fat, weighed less, and had less lean body mass compared with those with curvy or hourglass figures. A more recent paper published in October 2017 in Anthropological Review by Polish researchers analyzed 3-day food diaries of nearly 150 women over age 57. They concluded that somatotype was related to factors like dieting, physical activity, weight cycling, body mass index, BMI, and even disease status. Those with curvy figures had greater diastolic blood pressure compared with lean and lanky participants, as well as those who had an hourglass figure. Women who were lean and lanky were also more likely to be underweight. Interestingly, when researchers looked at their dietary intake, curvy individuals consumed more protein and those who were lean consumed the least. But Catullus says that finding your dominant body type, because you can be a mix of two, can help guide you toward healthy habits that will work best for your body and help you form more realistic goals. If you're doing the same thing as someone else who doesn't have your same body structure, you won't get the same results. It helps to realign your expectations with what is possible for you. The body types and how to know your type. There are 3 main body types, says Catullus. Daily exercise, diet habits, and even metabolic changes by way of pregnancy and menopause can skew your body type, so you might not recognize what yours is right away. Lifestyle factors could have also changed your body, so that now are more of a hybrid type. If you are unclear about where your falls, one clue to your body's more natural metabolic state is what your body looked like when you were a late teen or in your early 20s. First, ectomorph, thin, long, and lanky. You have a smaller bone structure with shoulders that tend to be narrower than your hips. Over the years, you may also notice you have trouble gaining weight. This type can typically handle more carbohydrates. Second, mesomorph. You are more muscle dominant with an hourglass figure and medium frame. Third, endomorph. You have more body fat. Catedral says that women who are endomorphs may be described as curvaceous, while men may be called stocky. You tend to carry weight in your belly, hips, and thighs. An endomorph may be more prone to insulin resistance and therefore need to watch their carbohydrate intake. Insulin resistance happens when cells can't effectively take glucose from your blood and your pancreas compensates by ramping up insulin production, and it is the hallmark for type 2 diabetes. Catedral says many people misclassify their body type. His book includes a quiz to help you identify if you fit neatly into one of the three main types above or a hybrid type described below. First, ectomesomorphs. This body type is lean and muscular. Second, mesoendomorphs. This means strong but the muscles aren't well defined like a football player. Third, ectoendomorphs. The skinny fat person who is naturally thin but has gained weight due to lack of exercise and a poor diet. What to eat based on your body type? Most of the foods recommended are whole, nutrient-dense sources of carbohydrates, protein, and healthy fats, and are similar for each diet. Where they most differ is their macronutrient ratios, though some foods may be better suited for certain body types. For instance, an endomorph probably wouldn't eat oatmeal because the thinking goes that this body type is best of eating fewer carbs. Instead, they'd opt for a protein-rich breakfast such as eggs. Sample menu for each body type. A one-day sample menu for ectomorphs. In terms of macronutrient breakdown, that is carbs, protein, fat, Catedral suggests ectomorphs eat a 45-35-20 split of carbohydrates, protein, and fat. This means you'll be eating a moderate protein, lower fat, and higher carbohydrate diet compared with the other diets. Breakfast: oatmeal with fruit and nuts. Snack: protein shake. Lunch: salad with a variety of chopped veggies topped with chicken and vinaigrette. Snack: apple and almonds. Dinner: grilled shrimp and broccoli over quinoa. A one-day sample menu for mesomorphs. A mesomorph will aim to divide their calories fairly evenly between the macronutrients. Breakfast: toast with scrambled eggs. Snack: protein bar and fruit. Lunch: salad with mixed chopped veggies, chickpeas, and your choice of dressing. Snack: veggies and hummus. Dinner: chicken breast, roasted veggies, sweet potato. A one-day sample menu for endomorph. The endomorph will want to stick with a 20-40-40 split of calories between carbohydrates, protein, and fat in order to shed body fat. Consume grains with lunch or dinner depending on the time of your workout. Breakfast: eggs and spinach. Snack: protein bar. Lunch: roasted turkey lettuce wraps. Snack: veggies and hummus. Dinner: chicken with zucchini noodles and quinoa. Possible advantages of following a body type diet. Learning about your somatotype and where you fall can help you determine the nutrient intake that will fuel your body best and if it's your goal to lose weight most effectively. It can also sway you away from more extreme diets that will at best not work and at worst backfire. Ectomorphs, for example, excel on a higher carbohydrate plan, so an extremely low-carb keto diet may set them up for failure. It's one reason why the lettuce diet isn't guaranteed to give you the same results as your friend who tried the same plan. You will also get a reality check on your goals. Though anyone can give their born body type a dramatic shift, it depends on how much time and effort you're looking to put in. You may be striving for defined abs now, but it may be not right for your body, and that's okay. Despite what popular culture may have you believe, there's no perfect diet, and improving your health is what matters here. Another benefit to working with your body type is that it can help you understand How to maximize your potential and not get frustrated by your limitations. For instance, endomorphs tend to have a more difficult time losing weight. Knowing this ahead of time can help prime you to put in the work needed or tweak your diet accordingly. There is often a lot of frustration involved in weight loss, and knowing your body type can help set expectations appropriately. Disadvantages of the body type diet. Many experts disagree that there is enough data to support a body type diet. An internist and board certified physician nutrition specialist in Valley Village, California, Melina Jampoulos, says that there's just no research out there on using your somatotype to define your diet. While it may point to how easily you can lose weight, naturally, thin ectomorphs and more muscular mesomorphs will likely have an easier time because of their healthier supposed insulin function. In terms of body type, the only type that matters for your diet is whether you are an apple versus pear. Pears have a smaller waist compared with their larger hips and thighs. Apples have a larger midsection defined as a waistline of more than 35 inches for women and 40 inches for men, which is associated with a greater risk of metabolic syndrome according to the American Heart Association. When you carry weight around your belly, you're likely less responsive to insulin compared with someone who carries weight more diffusely throughout their body. On this plan, apples would be advised to limit grains and starchy carbs to help improve insulin sensitivity. This is true whether you describe yourself with any body type. Adding that even ectomorphs who have a bigger belly are at risk for health problems. Also, consider that many people don't fit into a neat little organization system of body types. People exist in between each one of the body types. We come in every shape out there. There are so many exceptions to the rule of who fits into what somatotype that after that, this isn't a rule anymore. There isn't enough science to suggest that you can exercise for your type. We don't know if you should do the opposite of your strengths to balance yourself out or do what you're good at to capitalize on your abilities. It's not yet clear how to train people based on their body type. How to work out based on your specific body type. In addition to food choices, a body type diet also advises letting your somatotype guide you toward the ideal workout for you. This doesn't mean you should limit yourself. These may be the things that you're good at, but we don't want to stop people from doing the things they love. Ectomorph, you may find you gravitate toward endurance sports like running, but adding resistance training such as weightlifting or body weight exercises can help you build toned, lean muscles and lower injury risk. High intensity interval training (HIIT) is effective because it trains both your anaerobic and aerobic cardio systems as well as building strength and muscle. Mesomorph, you tend to build muscle easily, and sports that require quick burst of strength and power like soccer or hockey tend to come easy. But it's also easy for you to hit fitness plateaus. Keep in mind that varying your workouts, doing workouts that vary in intensity like HIIT training, sprints or kickboxing, and changing your workout routine every few months can all help to avoid those plateaus and keep you in your best shape. Endomorph, adding HIIT workouts to your training routine once stamina and endurance increase is a great way to stimulate extra fat burning that continues even after your workout. Should you follow a body type diet? If you're looking for a new way to approach your diet and exercise program, following your somatotype may be a way to maximize your body's strength and correct any weaknesses. That said, experts across the board do not agree that the scientific data supports following this type of program. The upshot is that it is safe as it generally focuses on nutrient-rich whole foods, is balanced and doesn't eliminate any one food group. Thank you for watching the video.
Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon for important notifications and videos.